Okay, hello and welcome back everyone to another video from me. I'm Kevin from KevinMC. This is still flaring. I'm sorry. So today I'm using the Samyang 12mm f2.0 for this video. Because I sold my Sony 16mm f2.0. So this is gonna be about Takumar, not this guy. It's gonna be about this guy. So it's gonna be the Takumar 120mm f2.8. This is on my 3D printed M to M42 adapter. This thing is on Thingiverse if you want to buy it. So I mean download it, so you can just do that. I'm gonna go talk to you about the thing itself. So this is my Leica T with the Leica M to Leica L adapter. And then you have this thing, then you have this, which is basically like Cine style on the side, these markings. It's supposed to be straight on when you're using these Sony lenses, Sony adapters. It's on like this, but this adapter was not designed by me, and that's why I think the designer probably had some other visions for this thing. So for the lens itself, it came with a hood, which is, let me go show you. So I bought this with a hood. This hood is for the let me go focus a bit closer. It's for the 100mm f4. I think that's a macro lens, and it's also for the 105 2.8, which I do not have, and this is the 120mm f2.8, which I do have. And to what I've seen, these things are quite rare actually, because you don't see them that often. So let me show you other bits. So this is the lens itself. There's a filter right here. This is I don't know what the heck you call this thing. It's a Kenko on the outside, but it's actually some Hoya on the inside, because the Kenko glass was like shit, and I had the Hoya broken, so I just put the Hoya in, the glass into the Kenko shell. And this is the lens itself. It has an auto and manual switch like most other Takumars. I think I'm better off just putting this thing at f4. How many ISO am I actually using? Let's see. Do this. ISO 500, ISO 1000 should be okay. Let's move this up to f4 to have more clearness in the video. So this is the auto manual switch. So this thing has this pin thingy, like all other Takumars, and this, as you can see, is at f2.8. If you switch this thing down to f22, it does go down. And only thing is that f22 on this thing is not very small. Like the hole for the aperture is quite big for some reason. So let me try focus in on this thing, on the bleeds. I'm using a manual focus lens, man, so you gotta give me some time. So see, f2.8. Then you have between 2.8 and 4, I think it's like 3.5. Then you have 4. Then you have between 4 and 5.6. Then you have 5.6. Then you have between 5.6 and 8. Then you have 8. Then you have between 8 and 11. Then you have 11. Then you have between 11 and 16. 16 and 22. So the 16 and 22 does not have another stop. It's only one stop. And that's pretty much it for the aperture. It's clicked. You can probably declick it if you want, but I'm not gonna declick this guy because it's quite a rare lens. I've only seen one for the whole time I've been buying and selling optics. And so this thing was actually quite a nightmare to take apart essentially. This thing I got full of fungi, and now it's pretty much clean. But to clean this thing up, I actually had to put two small slots on the side. It's not that I cannot use a rubber bit, I mean rubber thing. I do know what those things are, and I do have them. Let me go show you. They come in a tower from China. Fuck. Oh, okay. Everything is falling out. See? They come in this tower thingy from China. These things did not work at all, and nor did the what you call this thing. I also tried this, so let me go show you. Fucking hell, this dang it tower is not coming. Okay, there you go. Then let's push this thing back to where it's supposed to go. And let me show you what I used to try before. So before that thing, I actually ordered that thing especially for this lens, and it still didn't work. So before that I used this, which just slides onto this thing right here, and use this like cup thingy, press onto this rubber like inner tube essentially, yeah? But it still didn't work. So then I bought that thing, it didn't work, and then I had to like cut small grooves, and it still took like really like a ton of pressure to like open this small ring out, to actually open the front bit and like clean everything up inside. And now it's pretty much clean, like new, just with some scratches essentially, yeah. The scratches in the glass were not made by me, but the sides right here were made by me. They look okay enough, I'd say, not like horrid or anything like that. So they do not distract, and they do not take away from like the whole lens aesthetic, yeah. So I don't find that as a problem. For results, they're actually quite good. For a 120mm lens, this thing also focuses really nicely, yeah. It's like perfect in the hand, not too heavy, not too light, and also not noisy. See this lens. This I've gone in the car, and while the car's driving, I've actually gotten some quite nice images. Like, let me go show you one of them, yeah. Like, let's see. These are in black and white, yeah, because I set my Leica in black and white. But you can see this. This is like on the side of a road, and I actually managed to focus this, yeah. So I was going at like 60 kph, I think, and I got this photo of a guy on the side of the road, yeah, essentially. So I do believe that this thing is quite a nice lens to handle and to use. For the focus throw, you can actually go from infinity to 1.2 meters, I believe, yeah. See 1.2 right here, yeah. So not a macro lens in any stretch of the imagination, yeah. It's just a normal lens, normal portrait-ish lens, which I think would do good for portraits, but not for like, what you call this thing, macro. You're better off using some kind of like my Nikon F600 conversion, or like one of these smaller lenses which can focus way closer. This guy, I think, can actually focus to like, yeah, 0.45 meters. See, so you're better off using one of these 50s than using this guy for macro, unless you actually use like those extender tubes, yeah. But I'm not sure how effective that would be, because some lenses actually do not really perform that well if you put extender tubes on them. So what do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, actually not really that much. This hood does not help that much, so it doesn't really give that much of an improvement essentially for the image quality or the flaring. This thing doesn't flare that much. So the coatings are more like the let's see. Quite similar to the SMC, but it's not the same as the SMC. It has the green stuff, but it's not the same green as this. So it's been quite a long time since I've handled any of the super multi-coated 50mm or the 55mm, but this thing feels more like a blend between the coatings of the 55mm SMC and also some of the yellowish stuff from the super multi-coated ones, if you actually understand what I mean, yeah. Like the back seems toriated, like it's proper yellow, but yeah. And then when I got this thing, yeah, I didn't have the like rubber socks from China, so what I did was I put this thing under my LED light for a day, and the yellowing sort of went away, which is partially my fault, yeah. But then at least that like halted the fungi, because you can actually see some of this like fungi etching where the fungi is eaten into the coatings, yeah, see. So that's not a thing you want. So yeah, I did that to like minimize the coating damage, but it still has some on here, but not like the rubbish coating damage on the Yashikas, yeah, where you can actually see the frame coatings. On Takumars, they actually like have this smudge appearance, yeah, when you like essentially wipe away the fungi. They leave like some smudge, which is colored, but it's not like opaque. On Yashikas, you can actually see like this translucent or opaque layer. I'd say translucent, yeah, because you can actually see through it. There's light, but it's not like a solid object where you see like like blackness. It's like some white, hazy, milky stuff when you like clean the optic. This thing, it's more like some change of color. So maybe they put like, since this thing is called super multi-coated, yeah, I think what they do is like they put one coating, then they put another coating on it maybe. So the funky might have like eaten the top bit but not the bottom bit. That's probably what's happening. So yeah, it's probably that for my video today. Yeah. This lens is not a particularly interesting lens. I mean, it's rare, it's nice, but it's not like one of those super crazy hack Helios 40s or something like that. Yeah, so nothing too special. And yeah, so I think I should say thank you and goodbye. Thank you for watching. This is probably the only video on YouTube, yeah, about this Takumar 120mm f2.8. So hopefully it does give you essentially the insight, yeah, on how this lens is. I'd say it's more of like a portrait lens because it's not that sharp. And yeah, I mean, while open's not that sharp, f4 is sharp enough for stuff like landscapes probably, yeah, like small portrait, what you call this thing, like small like zoomed in landscapes. But this thing is mostly for portraits. So if you want to do portraits, this thing is quite nice. But if you want to do like uh street work, probably no, because this thing's a bit too tight, yeah, for that. You're better off using a 50. But yeah, so thank you for watching and goodbye. Hopefully you liked the video.